Andy Hillier for sound effects in Ormskirk, and today I'm going to try out the Countess preamp pedal from Victory. Now this comes courtesy of tonebuddy.co.uk, which is a fantastic subscription website where you can rent over 500 plus pedals. So go and check them out, tonebuddy.co.uk. The Victory preamp pedals are designed to work with amplifiers with an effects loop. And what it does is, instead of using the preamp in your amp, it's going to use the preamp on the pedal. And you can switch between the two as well. So you can go either through the preamp pedal, or you can go through the preamp on your amplifier. And you can switch easily between it just with the bypass switch. So that just switches in between. Now this pedal sounded complicated to me, but actually it's really, really simple. So what you do is you get your guitar, you plug it into the preamp pedal, then the output of that is going to go to the front of your amplifier. Then the effects send on your amplifier goes back into the preamp pedal, and then the preamp pedal goes back into the return of your effects. So basically 4 cables just to set it up, and it works really, really well. So you can switch between the preamp on your amplifier or the preamp on the preamp. That makes sense, on the pedal. And you just press the bypass button. When it's lit up, that's using the pedal. Each of the 3 preamp pedals from Victory have 2 channels. Each channel's voiced differently. On the Countess, channel 1 is like a clean channel. It goes from really, really clean up to just a mild bit of breakup when it's dialed all the way in. And channel 2 is like quite a heavy distortion. We're going to have a listen to those in a second. It's got a 3-band EQ, a bright switch, which basically just you play through and see which setting you feel works best for your amplifier. On my amp, I've set all of them when I've used them to -1, and to me that sounds natural. It sounds like it should. So you just set that, leave it alone. Then you've got a volume for each of the channels, which is basically how much gain as well, and then a master for each of the channels as well. Very, very simple pedal to use. You've got a foot switch, so if you wanted to have this on the top of your amp, and then you could have a foot switch on the floor to control the different channels. Really, really simple to use, and it sounds great. So let's hear what it sounds like. I've got my Fender Stratocaster going direct into the preamp pedal. I've got a T-Rex Reptile 2 for a bit of delay. The preamp pedal goes into my Marshall amplifier, straight into the power section, so none of the preamp controls that are being used on the amplifier, on the Marshall amplifier. Into a 2x12 cab, just mic'd up with an E906 Sennheiser, straight into my DAW. Okay, so let's start on channel 1. Let's put the volume to 9 o'clock, put all the EQ straight up to 12 o'clock, and it sounds like this. So volume at 12 o'clock. Volume on 3 o'clock. Now I'm on channel 2 and the volume is at 9 o'clock. Volume about 3 o'clock, getting into a bit of high gain saturation now. Now let's crank the volume all the way up. That was a V30 Countess preamp pedal. Sounds great. I love the way you can use the 2 channels on this, but you can also still use the 2 channels on your amplifier as well at the same time. And switch between them. So essentially if you've got a 2-channel amp and you've got this as well, you've got a 4-channel amp. It sounds great. I think I even prefer the sounds on this compared to my Marshall amplifier. Really, really easy to use. Really simple. It's a great product. Really well built as well. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe to this channel, which is Sound Effects. Don't forget to check out tonebuddy.co.uk, pedal subscription site. I've been Andy Hillier. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.